It's time for Bet on It, brought to you by WARHORSE Sportsbook, the best place in Nebraska to place your sports bets, whether you're into parlays, straight bets, props, whatever it is, they've got you covered. Go check out warhorsecasino.com for more info. DB.
Coming off a split.
Yeah. You got that Iowa State game pegged.
Well, but I gave out Iowa State was easy, as was Tennessee.
Yeah.
Just I'd seen Georgia. But Vandy sold.
Yeah.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Win more than you lose.
2 out of 3, that'll do.
2 out of 3 ain't bad.
That'll make you money.
Shane, who was that again?
That was one RIP Meatloaf.
Thank you. I always forget.
What year did Meatloaf die?
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it.
Why not?
QB Ace, he's my man. He's back. He almost nailed the Broncos-Bills score. I thought he was all wet. It shouldn't have been that score, but I mean, it is what it is. What it is.
Yeah.
Like I can't go back and say, whoa. But Denver did leave a lot of points. You know what I was surprised though? That Buffalo stayed on the gas.
Yeah. A little bit.
They kind of
they stepped on it.
They kind of stayed on the grass. They're like gas. We're like, yeah, we need to get these wide receivers going.
TK said you both visibly dislike Brunson's You Can Build Around Bo Nix. I don't know if I disliked it. I was surprised that he said it.
I was surprised. I don't feel good. That probably wasn't what made me sick. I probably was trying to keep my chest together.
I thought we did kind of look at each other though.
I was
surprised.
I know why TK said that, because when he said it, I was like,
I was a little taken aback.
I was like, oh, he's come around.
I don't know. Maybe I'm splitting hairs.
So
here.
that's what because
I was surprised.
TK's right. I did.
I was surprised, and I don't know if it's the
I
way
won't be saying TK's right again.
I don't know if it was the way it was phrased, but like it doesn't quite feel right saying build around Bo Nix.
You know why I said that?
Why?
Because yesterday or day before, Peyton was like, "Hey, we're not doing the feature back thing. Like,
yeah,
we're going to do this by committee."
Yeah.
And I was like, well, you are going to build around.
Yes,
like
that's
that philosophy. Like that's what's going to happen.
That's what you're saying.
Right? Are they the biggest surprise of the AFC or even the NFL?
Not the NFL,
but the AFC for sure.
I don't know. I mean,
nobody saw it coming.
You guys are selling on the Rams. And it's not because I called it. The Commanders will get all the run. And that's fine, right?
Yeah, that was your worst to first.
That was my worst to first, so I'm happy. That's good. But it's not it's in my opinion, it's not a better story than the Rams. What the Rams have been able to do, with their youth, their injuries, and how they played without their best players is incredible.
So I think the Rams is definitely the best story over the course of a couple years. Because
this build that they had, especially after they were left for dead after mortgaging the farm to win
that's 100% why, right? Because everybody looked at what they did in order to win the Super Bowl, and they're like, worth it. You won the Super Bowl. It's going to be rough for a few years. We were talking about McVay leaving because we're like, does he really want to go through this with that team? Yeah. They're going to be terrible. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh no, the Rams are still good. Yeah. That's incredible.
It's
like genuinely.
They're a heck of a story
because they did mortgage their future, and then they went and decided like, we're just going to find good players later in the draft anyway. It doesn't even matter. Yeah. Oh, Aaron Donald, maybe one of the best defensive players to ever live, retires. Not a big deal. We're fine. We're going to draft a couple of guys from Florida State, and it'll be fine. Like it's unbelievable what they've done over the context of like 3 years.
Dang, QB Ace might be my new degenerate.
What'd he say?
Look at this bad boy.
I saw he took Nebraska minus the 8.5.
You guys in these parlays, man. NFL, he's got an NFL 4-teamer. Chiefs, that's losing. Commanders, I'll ride with you. Rams, I like it. Ooh, Bills. Which do I like least? The Chiefs laying 8.5 or the Bills on the money line?
I think you like the Chiefs laying 8.5 the least.
I do, actually.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Josh Allen's capable of anything.
Yeah.
I just don't know.
And it's at Buffalo. I
just don't know how they're going to slow them down.
I don't think they know either.
I just start with handing the ball off.
Yeah, give James Cook a little love.
Yeah. I just hope it's a good game.
Yeah, I think so. I would love that. I
I just don't. I don't think the Chiefs cover.
Yeah, TK doesn't either. Says Chiefs win, Texans cover. QB Ace thinks Houston's getting stomped.
Yeah.
So,
Well, he did say
aggressive.
that about Denver.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think Chiefs minus 8.5 is the one I like the least there.
You could be talked into the Bills money line.
Yeah. It wouldn't take that much even.
So if I was making that line and I wanted people to like, and I really wanted to induce action, I would have made the Ravens -3
to try and get people on the Bill side.
Yeah,
because it's a really easy argument.
It's not a hard argument for me to tell you that the Ravens could kick a field goal.
Yeah. -1 is basically, -1's a pick 'em, right? Like that.
And it doesn't seem like it should be a pick 'em. I'm telling you, they're loving Allen and Buffalo. When I say Baltimore is clearly the better team, they're clearly the better team. Vegas is saying Josh Allen at home, he's hard to go against.
True.
That's
you know what it's also saying to me is we need Lamar to show us.
Could be.
That's what I'm looking at that line and
saying.
Could be. That's why I could be talked into it.
I wouldn't tell you you're crazy.
That's why I could be talked into the Bills, because if you're just telling me, hey, you've got Josh Allen, who you've seen, hasn't made a Super Bowl either, but be more successful in the playoffs, at least the narrative, than a Lamar Jackson. He took, the fact that they lost to
Do you care if Zay Flowers plays or not?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
I don't.
Why not?
I'd always take him.
Sure.
Don't get me wrong, but it doesn't sway me.
Doesn't move your needle much?
No.
You wouldn't change.
I would always take him, but
you wouldn't change the line on it.
No.
You're okay with Ravens up to -3 no matter what.
They've proven that they can play without him.
Yeah, my issue is just I trust Josh Allen at home more than I trust Lamar Jackson in the playoffs.
I see what Lucas is saying.
Mm-hmm.
So because he's told no lies, except for the feeling thing. But he said it's a feeling, so I'm not going to hold him to it. He's like, hey, I have a feeling the Chiefs will cover. They're full strength for the first time all season. Andy Reid on a bye is almost a lock. No real lies in there.
Mm-hmm.
The number should be 10.
Okay.
And it's not.
So why is it not? That's your question.
Because I think they think people will think like Lucas.
And Vegas knows.
That's just it's not scientific. It should be a little more. Why is the Chiefs coming off a bye with Andy Reid getting a smaller number than the Commanders and Lions?
You know what's really funny, and I is when I see.
Ouch!
Oh, easy there.
Sorry.
Breathe.
Something's wrong.
You seem very hurt right now.
I am. Knock it off. Knock it off.
It's funny because when you see a line, you go, okay, it's 8.5. I think it should be 10. What a lot of people will look at and they'll say, oh, free money, which is what I do a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And you say it's smaller than it should be for a reason.
How many people haven't said this week that the Chiefs are due?
Yeah. I don't trust Chiefs margin of victory, right? I look at them, I go, that seems like a team all year long that just has found a way to win. That's not a beat people's heads in Chiefs team.
Remember when we were talking about the best teams and then that the Chiefs will always be the Chiefs and how I told you it was scary. I gave you all those ages, the top 13 youngest teams in the league, and the Chiefs were sixth or seventh.
Yeah.
But they have Mahomes as a quarterback.
Yeah.
And so St. Louis Jordan, who is a diehard Chiefs fan,
sure,
sent me the 2022 draft. And he goes, yeah, this draft right here is going to keep these guys in business. And they whiffed on who? Complete swing and a miss.
In 2022.
Sky Moore.
Oh, yeah, the wide receiver.
Go look at the rest of that draft.
I'll have to look it up.
It's silly.
Is that Baldwin?
Yeah, and Cheval and who else is in there?
I'll look it up.
But it's stuff like it. That's the kind of stuff they do.
Yeah. Right? That's what you do when you're a good organization.
26-year-old roster.
Plus Mahomes.
With Pat Mahomes.
Yeah. And all those guys in 2022 were rookies, second-year players last year.
Yeah.
You got McDuffie, got Karlaftis, whiff on Sky Moore. Pacheco was in that class.
Yeah. It's pretty good.
Chenal was in that class. Yeah, that'll get it done.
That's some stuff the Rams would do.
I mean, just a casual Pacheco in the 7th.
Yeah, the Warhorse Lock. I gave it away early. Your Northwestern Wildcats catching 2 at home from the Turtle. No need to fear Maryland. Don't fear the Turtle. Take Northwestern.
That's Bet on It, brought to you by Warhorse Sportsbook.